be talking about 15 things we wish we knew before starting college. This is something I did not do. I regret, and these are things every college kid should listen to.
Also, they are not general. They are very specific pieces of advice. This is my probably number one regret.
You're not coming on here getting general info you can find anywhere. These are niche pieces and points.
You can't find these by just Googling.
Nope.
So
stay tuned. As you guys know, Brooklyn and I went to college how many years ago? I don't know what to say.
Too many to count.
I don't want to say it.
Seriously, almost
We graduated
10
college
years.
in 2021. We were freshmen in 2018.
Which means it's almost been 10 years. Like we have a couple.
No, don't say
2 more years.
10 years is crazy. No,
Two
that's
more years
not right.
before it's been 10 years.
It has only been 4 since we graduated college, and I actually feel like now is a good time to be making this video because we've had time to sit and think about it.
Really think about it.
And also, we have regrets. It's been long enough to have regrets about things we didn't do in college. And if you are someone that has already been to college, you can leave your advice in the comments below.
Yes.
But hopefully the people watching, you guys get something and learn something from us.
Yes.
We're just gonna start off, and if you see little note cards, that's because we don't have them memorized, so we have them
wrote
written
down like all of our points, and of course they're color coordinated to look like Bailey and I.
I'm wearing pink.
Except for my outfit's like kind of throwing it off.
You have been doing that lately.
Okay, I've been wearing a lot of pink lately.
So much pink
because it is one of my wow colors, and every time I wear it, people are like, "You look so good."
All right, baby. Dang, you look good.
She's
So
morphing.
I wear it-
She's morphing into a pink girly.
No,
guys.
I'm not morphing into a pink.
Her
girl.
next thing you know, her house is gonna be
No,
all
it's not.
pink.
No, it's not.
Here is point number 1. Your GPA and what you major in, literally what it says on your diploma when you graduate, does not make or break your career.
No, and I know this is like jolting for
This
some
is
of you to hear.
shocking
Jolting,
information.
but it really doesn't.
I feel like we have a unique perspective to speak on this because not only are we college students who have graduated and gone on to have careers, we actually hire people. And so we're actually looking at resumes. And I know this does not cover across the board. There are some corporations that are old-fashioned, that it really matters that you studied marketing and got a 4.0.
Yes.
But the modern day world is not like that.
What matters more than your GPA and your degree, like the title on your degree, is your experience.
Your work experience.
Your work experience.
While you're in college, make sure that you are either working, interning, getting that hands-on experience in whatever it is that you think you want to do post-college.
Especially if you have like physical examples of your work.
The best example of this I can think of is Asa. He actually ended up graduating with a neuroscience degree, and he was so concerned that he wouldn't be able to get a job because he had a neuroscience degree and he wasn't planning on going into neuroscience. Now he's an editor, but before that he actually got a corporate job working as a data analyst, and they never once questioned him having a degree in neuroscience.
Because he had the skill sets to do the data analyst stuff.
Literally 50% of our office girlies aren't doing what they studied.
Yeah, I know like Sana graduated with a psychology degree and she ended up going into like marketing. I know that mom is an art history major.
Who would have known? Two
And
girls
she
hairstyles.
does hairstyles and also marketing.
Exactly. The GPA portion of this, don't let that fool you. You can't fail your classes.
No.
That's not an option.
No.
However, if you get a 3.0 versus a 4.0 GPA.
Unless you're planning on going to an advanced school like an MBA, like you're gonna get your MBA or you're gonna get a master's, or you're gonna go to law school or medical school. If you're just the average Joe who's graduating from college and then going into the workforce, don't.
Passing is passing. This again is coming from the perspective of past college students and people who are currently hiring people.
Point number 2 is say yes more often than you say no.
I cannot stress this enough. Be a yes girl or guy. Say yes to everything.
I don't regret a lot of what I did in college because I said yes to literally everything.
No, we have so many, like how many videos do we have of you just doing crazy stuff in college?
Stupid stuff.
We all know Brooklyn did stupid stuff in college.
You guys don't even know the
You
half
guys have
of
heard
it,
the
okay?
stories.
You don't even know the half of it.
Hands me a piece of paper with his name and phone number on it.
I had so much fun. I had so much fun, and I still got good grades, and I still passed my classes, but I said yes to everything. Haley had a completely different experience.
I did, which kind of comes into my second point. So I'll say college is a time to be wild, like absolutely wild.
So this is point number 3.
Yes, point number 3. It is a time to be completely wild and free. Please don't go do something illegal or something and then say, Brooklyn and Bailey told me I could do this.
No.
Don't be doing
I'm talking about like just free spirited.
We're just talking about absolute crazy fun. And here's my reasoning. This is something I did not do. I regret the way that I went about college experience wise because I was so focused on school and my relationship, who at the time Asa wasn't even in college yet, that I was a homebody. I didn't say yes to things, I said no. I was a no man. I literally felt like I got older, I graduated, and then I kind of had this like just feeling of absolute regret that it's no longer okay to be that crazy and wild in your adult life. I missed my chance to do it. Still be wild and free.
Take it from girls who had opposite experiences. This is a very specific piece of advice, and it worked wonders for me. Use ratemyprofessor.com. It is a website where you can go and a bunch of students from your campus, like you can look up your campus and you can look up the specific class you're trying to take, and it will list out all the professors and it will give them a rating out of 5 stars. I believe it's 5 stars. This saved me.
It also like tells personal experiences. It's not even like 5 stars.
Well, because it's from a student perspective. It's like an actual review. Like people write their experiences. So like, well, I'm just gonna make something up, but like, let's just say you're gonna go take an economy class. And so what I'm gonna do is look up my professor, and then boom, there's the 3 professors that my campus offers. And one of them is 5 stars, one of them is 2 stars, and one of them is 4 stars. I'm gonna try to get into the professor who has 5 stars because everybody's writing reviews about how he doesn't give homework and his tests are super easy and everybody got an A.
It's kind of like a cheat code to knowing what happens in the class before you get in the class.
Yes.
Now there are like, read the reviews, you know, there are certain times where people are, you know,
swayed one way or the other.
So make sure you
for reasons that might not matter to you. Look your professor up on Rate My Professor, but also leave your own reviews and experiences so that other students can understand how you feel.
And mine kind of goes into this. Do not buy your college books before the classes have started.
Don't let those professors harass you about it.
And
they will send you email after email after email.
This is like, all the college professors are like, don't say that. But I'm so serious when I say, first of all, college books are so expensive. And then half of the time, the professors will make you buy a book that you only end up using once or twice, or sometimes you don't use it at all. And it's put as a required like supply for the class. And then you wasted $300. And usually the professors have like a 2-week leeway where they're like, if they're actually going to use the book, that's when you're going to find out. And then you can go get the book or borrow somebody else's or share with a classmate. There's a lot of ways to save money on just like before you splurge on books. And it kind of clues in with you because on Rate My Professor, sometimes people will leave comments or things saying, don't buy the book, or you don't need the book until week
here's
3.
the free PDF version. Here you go.
I'm not saying don't buy your school supplies if you do need them, but don't buy them before the class because sometimes you don't actually need them, and then you can use that money to go towards something else or tuition or whatever it is.
My suggestion to all of you, and this was my personal academic hack, is almost every college allows you to transfer credits. Whether you're someone who takes like AP classes when you're in high school and you can transfer those in, or you want to take a couple community college classes and transfer them in while you're in school. At Baylor, they allow you to transfer, like they have a cap. I think it was like 15 credits or something like that.
A semester's worth.
I transferred my AP credits when I got into school, but that was only, I think, like 6-7 credits. Every year, I would pick the hardest class I was probably going to be taking, and I would take it as a mini semester at a community college.
As long as they allowed that transfer.
That would be my suggestion to y'all, is to take the mini terms or look into mini terms at your school.
And if you want to graduate early, that's also a way to do it. The next point that I have, and this one is kind of something I wish someone had told me my freshman year, is stack the classes the way that you want. Here's the thing. I know that it's harder as a freshman. You get last pick on classes, things like that, but you're coming straight from high school. 6-7 classes a day, every hour is a new class. They make you think in high school that that's how college will be.
It's not.
That is not how college is. You get to decide what your schedule looks like, even when you have slim pickings. My biggest suggestion is let yourself breathe. If you're a morning person, take a class or two in the morning and then have the rest of the day free. If you're an evening person, do the opposite. Have your mornings free and then take evening classes. But what I would not suggest is taking classes the entire day.
Or if you're like me, I prefer taking classes all day. So what I would do is I would stack my schedule so that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I would have all of my classes, but then I had no classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So then you can stack them. Basically, just be strategic so that you are getting breaks, because high school classes versus college classes are completely different. College classes are longer. They go way deeper in the information. So it is a lot more brain work, I feel like, and your brain gets tired and you want free time and you want to chill and go get your other stuff done. You have to forget you're living your life now. You're doing your laundry, you're cleaning your house.
But on top of
driving,
that, like,
getting groceries.
If you're self-aware and you know, I'm not a morning person, then guess what? You can cater to that, like Bailey said. My next piece of advice is that classes aren't that serious. Now, I know that feels very counterintuitive considering college is literally school and you're going for the classes.
Yeah.
But hear me out.
You're also going for the life experience.
It's voluntary. Everything about college is relatively voluntary. You are there because you want to be. Physical attendance in class is not as important as getting your work done. I am really good at getting my work done. I'm really efficient at getting my work done. I could skip a class or two. And
again,
still get good grades.
Don't take liberties, okay?
You can feel the stress and like anxiety on campus.
No, take liberties. Take liberties. That's what I'm saying.
Go to class, get a good grades.
No.
But then don't be so hard on yourself if you need to skip
But
a
listen,
class.
here's my personal experience, and this is why I'm telling y'all this. I had a 5 Seconds of Summer concert I had booked with my friends, and my professor had decided he wanted to host class at a different time, and it ran into when I needed to leave for this concert, and I was devastated. This class was an elective class that really didn't matter at all.
Gym.
And I was so upset because I was like, well, I can't go to this concert because I have class. Like, I can't go. Mind you, I literally hadn't missed a single class the whole semester. I didn't go to the concert because I wanted to attend this class. Hindsight, 25-year-old me was like, what were you thinking? Physical attendance at class is not that serious. You have a buddy in class, they'll send you the work, they'll tell you what the professor is expecting from you. Miss the class, go to the concert. That's
Also,
what I have to
5
say.
Seconds of Summer, if you're watching this by chance,
I regret
or
it so
someone
much.
has sent you
I
this,
regret it so much.
send your girls some tickets. We'll be there.
I don't even know if they're going on tour anymore.
Always book office hours with your professors. Every single professor is required to have office hours so that you can talk to them about whatever.
Office hours are actually like a secret hack.
Yes, they are.
I would always book office hours after a test, and I would ask my professor to go over the questions that I was confused about with me, or the questions I got wrong. 90% of the time, I could argue lightly. I mean, just like talk it out with them, debate why I put my answer, and if I could prove my logic good enough, I had many a professor give me the points back.
Listen, it's more about the critical thinking of it all than it really is about getting the right answer. That's what office hours are for. That's literally why they have office hours.
True. This is my probably #1 regret.
Study abroad.
If you have the resources and you have the community to support you, please study abroad. Like, I see all of these college kids like Rylan going to do like semester at sea, and
She's living the sweet life on deck
wish I
life.
could do that. I wish I could do that.
So
I wish
jealous.
it so bad. And I had the opportunity to go, and I didn't because I was like, I talked myself out of it. I
Here's
was
the
like,
thing.
oh, I'm not gonna get enough credits,
the
or
thing.
like, oh, this or that. No, just go.
It's
Just
about if you have the availability to go.
Yes.
I don't know why you wouldn't. There's literally no reason why. Don't talk yourself out of it. Unlike Brooklyn here, who can just walk into an exam and ace it without knowing anything about the test, I had to study my butt off. So if you're someone that has to study your butt cheeks off to get an A on a good test, here's some advice from me. Pick a spot anywhere on campus, doesn't matter where, that is quiet, that you go to every single time you want to lock in and study. And there's actually some, like, I don't know what it is, psychology behind this, because your brain will start to associate that environment with clicking into studying, and it helps so much. There's one spot at Baylor in one of the libraries. There's a desk in between 2 bookshelves. That was my seat. Every time I had a hard time studying, I would go there, lock in. Same thing with music. Like, if you have a study playlist, play the same music every single time you study, and your brain will start to like wire it so that when you're hearing that music, you go into study mode.
No one cares if you're cool. You know, you see every movie, stereotypical high school experience is you want to be cool. Everyone wants to be popular. Everyone wants to be cool. Everyone wants to be popular.
Yeah,
you don't feel that way in college. Literally nobody cares.
Like, say it in a British accent.
Nobody cares about you or your like popularity contest. No
you
one cares.
can wear whatever
Everyone
you want.
is so like
whatever you
invested
want.
in their own lives and like dealing with their own stuff that they don't have time to think about you and your stuff.
Your shorts.
Yes,
your pajamas.
like no one
cares
actually
if you're
cares
cool.
if you're like popular or wearing the most popular clothes or doing the most popular things. Really what you need to be doing is what you love, and you'll find the people that love it too. At Baylor we had a saying, and it was Baylor Bears take the stairs. And I think that was a really good piece of advice because you are constantly walking everywhere in school. Like if you're on campus, you're not using a car, you're like walking places. Like kind of the unwritten rule as a freshman, particularly a freshman, was Baylor Bears take the stairs.
I just know that there's like this myth of a freshman 15. You think that's a legitimate thing?
I did. I gained 15 pounds as a freshman.
Take stairs, it's healthier for you. Get some exercise. You're sitting all day long in classes. You're sitting at home.
At bare minimum, don't take the elevator, take the stairs instead, and move your body a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's a great piece of advice for college students. The lawnmower is here.
Oh, that's good.
You should not expect to find your best friends right away when you're in college. I will tell you this right now, you will make friends everywhere you go.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I found my core friend group until at least my sophomore year.
I will say there are people who find them first day of college.
True.
Just if you don't feel like you've gotten to that point, don't panic. Because I literally, the people that I still talk to, whatever, 4 or 5 years post-grad, are the people I met sophomore year or junior year of college. So it's okay if you don't feel like you've met your people the first couple of weeks or first couple of months of school. That's okay. Here's a key thing. As a freshman, if you're a freshman going into college, people make most of their friends the first 4 weeks.
True.
So don't stay inside. Don't sleep early. Go out. Do all the things. Meet as many people as you can because that 4 weeks is super crucial.
If there is an orientation for school, I know it sounds stupid, go to the orientation. I met all of my friends freshman year at orientation.
Yeah. You'll never regret putting yourself in a place where you're meeting more people. Roommates, everyone's favorite subject. Roommates can be hard, okay? It's not always hard, but if you feel like you're just learning how to live with somebody else or learning how to work it out with communicate, all of that
space
stuff,
and all of that.
That is completely normal. It is so normal, especially if you went from living in a room by yourself to sharing a room or sharing a space and you're not used to it. Just make sure that you're compromising and all of that stuff. One thing that we did with all of our roommates, and all of us appreciated this, was when we moved in together, especially if you have a kitchen space or something like that that you're furnishing, make sure that you keep an Excel doc of who provided what when you moved in. Because if you've lived together, we had roommates we lived together for 3 years. Literally by the time we were all moving out, we were none of us could remember whose stuff was
whose like
what.
blender is this?
Yeah.
Or like whose measuring cups are this? Like who takes
did you bring
it?
this rug or did I bring this rug?
Yeah.
Do you want to take it or do I take it? Just avoid all that confusion because you will not remember unless you label everything. Just make an Excel sheet, Bailey pots and pans, Bailey rug, Brooklyn this, and then everyone knows when they leave what to take, and that is, the confusion is completely removed. Hopefully you guys learned something. I know we are a little bit post-grad, but this is all the stuff that we remember, regret, wish we'd done, stuff like that.
So leave your advice if you've been to college in the comments below. And if you guys want to watch some of our old college videos of our actual experiences, that's going to pop up somewhere on this screen.
Also, I just want to say before we end this video, it is our dream to hit 10 million subscribers. So if you're not subscribed for some reason, you're watching this video, please just hit that subscribe button.
Do us a favor, let us like our lifelong dream come true.
Yes, all the 15 years of work.
10 million subscribers on YouTube.
So. All right, so go click the subscribe button. We love y'all. Bye, guys. Bye. We'll see you next week.